Idaho Falls Pediatrics, proudly supporting kids in our community, and 7 questions with Emmy.
Hey guys, welcome back to 7 Questions with Emmy. Today I'm so excited for my interview. Anna Martin is the author of The Babysitters Club, my favorite book series. Everyone loves reading them.
Thank you.
I'm so happy that you're talking with me today, Anne.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I've seen a couple of the interviews that you've done already, and I'm really impressed. So it's great to meet you.
You too. Let's get going with the questions.
Okay.
Question number 1. What gave you the idea to write The Babysitters Club?
The idea, just the title, was given to me by my editor, who was interested in a series about a group of girls who had some kind of a babysitting business. But it was up to me to think about what a babysitter's club might be and to create the characters, which was a lot of fun. And I had some experiences to draw on because I had done a lot of babysitting when I was growing up.
I see your Babysitters Club poster in the background.
Yeah, there it is. Yep, from the Netflix show.
Question number 2. When did you start writing the graphic novels?
Oh, the first graphic novel came out, I believe, in 2006, which was about 20 years after the series began. And they're based on the books that I've written. So I don't really have too much to do with them. They're illustrated, well, by various people, but originally by Raina Telgemeier, who's written some other fabulous graphic novels that you might know about.
I've read.
Which ones did you read? She's great.
I read Guts, Smile, and Family, I think.
Uh-huh. Oh, okay. Yeah. So Raina does all the artwork, and I just get to enjoy it. And now there's some other illustrators who are working on the books too. And it's been lots of fun to see the stories come to life in pictures.
What is your favorite thing about writing books?
My favorite part about writing books is creating the characters. That's always the most fun for me. And it comes more easily even than thinking about the stories. I just love thinking about the people and who they are, what their lives are like, and how they connect to make up a story. So that's my favorite part.
Do you have a favorite Babysitters Club book?
I have several, but my all-time favorite is the very first one, Christy's Great Idea. And I think it's partly because Christy is my favorite of the Babysitters Club members, and also partly because it was the first one. So it set everything up for the rest of the series, and that was a lot of fun.
Can you tell me about the Lisa Libraries and why did you name it after your friend?
Oh, sure. Thank you for asking. The Lisa Libraries is an organization that friends of mine and I set up and named after a publishing friend of ours who had passed away. And we were all involved in children's books, including Lisa Novak. And the organization gathers brand new children's books and gives them away to kids who maybe have never owned a book before, or to shelters to replace books that might have been destroyed in a tornado or a flood, really to get brand new books into the hands of kids who might never have had a book before.
Thank you for sharing that story.
Oh, you're welcome.
What's your favorite book that you've ever read?
Oh boy, that's always a toughie because I have lots of favorites, but I think my all-time favorite book is To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. I just love that. I can't even tell you how many times I've read it. That's my favorite.
Do you plan to write any more books?
Right now, I don't have plans for any more, but there's lots and lots of stuff going on with the Babysitters Club and the Little Sister series as well. And the nice thing about getting to my age and retiring, when you retire from writing, is that you never actually have to retire. You can, if you get a great book idea, you can always write it, and in my case, have fun working on the characters. So no plans right now, but that doesn't mean that there will never be any new books.
Yeah, I've been wondering if there's going to be any more Babysitters Club books.
Right now, we don't have any plans for any more. There's one book, though, that you might not have read, and that is called The Summer Before, which takes place in during the summer before the girls get the idea for the Babysitters Club. Have you read that one?
No.
Okay, we'll maybe can figure out a way to get that to you. So that's a new, I mean, it's not a brand new book, but it's probably a Babysitters Club that you haven't read yet.
Yeah. Now it's time for some bonus questions. Are you ready?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. Is there an author that you would like to meet, and do you admire an author?
Oh boy, again, I admire so many authors. Oh my goodness. Well, I know it sounds sort of funny, but I would love to meet Stephen King because I like scary, spooky stories. And there's an author who's not alive anymore named Shirley Jackson, who wrote some wonderful short stories a long time ago, and I would like to meet her. And I would love, she's also not alive either, but I would love to meet Louise Fitzhugh, who wrote Harriet the Spy. Have you read that book?
No.
You might like that one. It's a lot of fun.
It sounds fun.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Idaho Falls?
I don't think so. I know I've been to Idaho before, but I do not think I've been to Idaho Falls.
How does it feel knowing that millions of boys and girls have read your book around the world?
Oh, wow. It's amazing. It's something that I never dreamed of when I was growing up. I loved reading and writing, and I wanted to be a writer, but it never occurred to me that something like the Babysitters Club would come along and take off the way it did. And it makes me very happy because it means that lots and lots of kids are enjoying reading, and that's really a very, very important thing.
What do you want to be remembered for?
Oh boy. Well, to go back to what we were just talking about, I think to be remembered for writing books that so many kids read and enjoyed. And one of my favorite things about that is hearing from kids who have read the books and then have gone on to read all different kinds of other books, which is also very important, to read fiction, nonfiction, poetry. And if you find something that you fall in love with, a book or a series, and use that as a jumping off point for reading other books, that's fabulous.
Is there anything you want to add?
Oh my goodness. Well, I might have mentioned the Lisa Libraries, but you already asked about that, which I really appreciate. I don't think so. Except that it was so nice to meet you, and I'm so impressed with your interviewing skills. So thank you very, very much, and keep at it because you're doing a great job.
My mom's in here. She loves reading the Babysitters Club books. So would you like to say hi to her?
Of course.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Well, you know what? I was going to jump in and tell you that little sister books to me, when I was growing up, I hadn't read about anyone else. They went to 2 different houses and things like that. So they meant a lot to me growing up, and I loved reading them.
Oh, thank you so much. That's so nice to hear.
I'll come out of here.
I've always wanted to talk with you before.
Oh, well, I'm so glad this worked out.
Yeah.
I have some of my Babysitters Club books in the background.
Oh my goodness, yes you do. And I see my name in lights. That's very impressive. That's very cool. Are you reading the books in order? Did you start at the beginning, or are you skipping around?
Have a couple, but I started like with probably the 5th book, because that was the first book I got.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I don't have all of them, so I went to the library and got like the first book.
Yeah, I think she brought home 20 from the library the first time.
Oh.
I read them all like in 2 days. So.
Oh my goodness.
I mostly stayed up all night to read them.
Oh, really? Were you reading in bed with a flashlight?
Yeah, because they're so good books. I just can't stop reading them.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for talking with me, Anne.
It was my pleasure. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Idaho Falls Pediatrics, proudly supporting kids in our community and 7 questions with Emmy.